And as usual, we're looking at the May 2014 wheat chart, and we've got that in front of us, and you can see here that we've last seemed to found a bottom here at 152. The recent high here was in October after the low here of August at 172, so we've seen a drop of £20 a tonne over the last 3 months. It's a bit more easy now because obviously we can see a high and we can see a low, and then we can mark on here Fibonacci retracements, and I've got the 50% marked here at 162. As of last week, I've been running a 60-day moving average, which is the green line here over all the charts, and I've done the same this morning. And I was indicating to you that we were seeing quite a divergence away from the average of the mean. Obviously that has kicked in, where last night's close were 155.75. So obviously now all we can do is just sit back and watch how far this bounce and recovery does take place. Obviously my target would be here 162.50. Three things: obviously you've got the moving average, you've got this downwards facing trend line, and you've got the Fibonacci retracement. And just go forward to the November, and you can overlay the same thing on the November chart. But also on the November, I've marked 38% retracement, which is a key level as well. But you can see here how the 151 on the new crop chart equates the same as the old crop. We have the falling trend line, have the 60-day moving average, and have the 50% retracement. Last night's close 145.75, a low of 42, and a high of 60. So similar range. But you can see here the last time this the wheat market got away from the 60-day moving average was in August. Had the August low here, and we had that quick bounce over the next 2 weeks to go back up £10 a tonne here to test 158. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment. Obviously on the flip side of that, if we see any time at all the break of the low of 142, then we are looking at a test of that 140, and then obviously we're looking at that long-term weekly chart to see erosion of that. But obviously, quite simple with the bounce. Obviously, just mark off where we go. Look for sort of next Wednesday to see if we, can come up and touch this 149, 150 is going to be the key level now to watch. Just go on to the oilseed rate. Just can't find the chart at the moment. And you can see here that we've had a considerable bounce over this last 2 weeks. We got a low here, 350. We've gone up 377. This is the May contract, whole contract. And we've come up to test this long-term trend line here at 385 and found resistance and closed down here at 377. So I'm interested to keep an eye on that and see whether that finds support now at this level. I've just come across to look at the Chicago wheat chart, which obviously I think has been the forerunner why we've seen such a fall. And you can see here quite clearly that we went down, broke through this support here, last seen at the end of 2011 at 575. That has held. This is the weekly chart. So you can see here that we're up at 581. So we're back over that support, long-term support. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a test of the 600 and then sort of got to test this swing high here for sort of 675. So that sort of ties in nicely what we're seeing on the old crop as well, and obviously we'll keep an eye on that at the moment as well. So obviously we've got the numbers in play on the November wheat. The key number is whether we get this bounce 150 or whether we see a break of 142. And I'll put an update this time next week. Thanks for watching.